Alright, viewers, welcome to another episode from Anything About Everything. And today, I think it's one of those episodes which I always say this, but I'm genuinely excited about this episode because I have my first celebrity friend, if I may say, Niveditha with me. Niveditha, welcome to the show, and thanks a lot for doing this for me.
Hey, thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm super excited. And I've seen a couple of your videos and they were really interesting, and the guests you have had are really interesting. So I was very interested to do this too.
So, which is your favorite episode?
Okay, so I've seen like three of them, but one of them which I found very interesting was one of the videos. I don't recall his name, but the paparazzi one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Shaba.
yeah, where he says that how he gets paid for doing it. I mean, I just found it very interesting. I used to see certain videos online on Instagram and stuff, and I always wondered, like, how does it work? So that watching that video gave me a clear perspective of how,
Life of paparazzi.
yeah, how actually it works. I thought that was actually very interesting.
Awesome. So, how's life going for you? What is new with your life? I know you're in the figuring out new YouTube stuff, so give us more insights on that.
Well, life is very exciting, I would say, at the moment. I don't know where how life is. It's just like going with the flow. I would say it's like really interesting. I'm having a great time. I'm actually taking a long break from work. So from my shows or anything, I'm just traveling. I'm in Tampa and things are going great. I've been exploring the city and I've been trying to start my YouTube channel. So like I said, I don't know if your viewers would know, but I had a YouTube channel and I kind of like stopped it, and now I'm restarting it. So it's like it's been going great. I just did my first video yesterday, so I'm pretty excited about that. But apart from that, it's like life is full of surprises. So how was your life? Let me ask you that.
My life, that's a really good question. My life is I would say great. I wouldn't complain anything. I feel grateful for having what I have, and yeah, there are a few things that I'm trying to figure out in life, as always, like everyone is. And yeah, I'm grateful for the friends that I have, the community that I've built here. And yeah, I look at every day as another opportunity to be better. That's about my life. So, talking about your YouTube, right? I have a reason why I started my podcasting channel, and my viewers know it. So, what is your reasons behind starting your first YouTube channel? Can you give me a brief rundown of why did you start your first YouTube channel? Why did you shut it down? And what's prompted you to start a new YouTube channel? And what can we expect out of that?
Well, if that's a nice question though. What made me start my YouTube channel was like I was forced into it. I never really wanted to start a YouTube channel because what I put on social media is like which is something which I want to share it to the people. I don't want them to know. This was my mindset back then. I didn't want anybody to know how many clothes I own, or what clothes I own, what shoes I have, or how my house looks like, what am I cooking, what am I eating today, or how is my diet. I thought that nobody needs to know all of that. So but I was approached by somebody to start with the YouTube stuff during COVID. So I was little skeptical about doing it, but then I thought, okay, let me just do it. What's the harm in it? What am I gonna lose? So the first introduction video that I was doing, I really didn't enjoy it at all. I was like, do I really have to do this? And I wasn't really enjoying it. But then after like 5 videos, I started enjoying it. Like I was so happy doing it. I was so excited to share what I'm doing today, this weekend with my viewers, because after they started watching my video and commenting on it, I was like super excited about it. So I wanted to share what I shopped, how my house looks like, what am I eating today, if I had to like try cooking, I wanted to show that to the people. So I came up with so many ideas as well. So that kept me interested, and I shut it down later because I was not in the right space to do YouTube videos anymore. I had so many things going on in my life as it is, so that was not something I could really give in my time and all of that was happening. So I kind of like shut it down, and one fine day I just woke up and I deleted all of it because I wanted to like start fresh. I wanted a new channel and everything. So right now I'm in that process where I'm starting a new channel. Right now is pretty good. I'm really excited about my new channel. It's coming out well. That's what I believe. I did my video yesterday, like I told you, it's coming out well. So this is my whole YouTube journey. What I thought I wouldn't love doing, I ended up loving it. So you never know. Like you say, until you try it, you will never know if you're gonna like hate it or like it.
Interesting.
But if I have to ask you, so why did you start with your podcast? How did you come up with it?
So I've told this on my podcast a few times, but I don't mind telling it. Long story short, I love directing and movies and stuff. So I did an independent film in Tampa, directed, like probably co-directed or whatever you call it. And then me and my buddy Andrew, we were having a conversation, and he was like, "Dude, you're a director, and you don't even have a YouTube channel. Like, you should have a YouTube channel." And this is when Andrew, he lives in Jupiter, Andrew Darkey. So he was like, "You should have a YouTube channel." And I'm like, "I don't know." He's like, "You're good at orchestrating and explaining and, you know, making conversation. So why don't you just start something? Like, just start talking." And then while I was driving from Boca to Tampa, I was like, "What do I start? What do I start?" And then I thought, the biggest revelation for me was I am where I am because of few people that I've met and the insights that I've gained from them. And not all of them or none of them are celebrities, right? If I see every single podcast, like it's mostly surrounded around celebrities. Nothing against them. I love celebrities, right? But I know that all the people who I've met are not celebrities, but they have also inspired me and made me do certain things or made me think certain things which I wouldn't have thought, and that has carved my life to where I am, which I'm happy about and I'm peaceful about it. So I was like, okay, if I get these people, and my friends are all in different industries, and every episode that I have, all of them I have a personal equation with. They're my friends, I've known them for a while, right? So all my friends who were there is someone who have taught me something in life, including you. I'll tell you what you taught me later.
Oh, I'm so curious to know.
But it's like, if I put them on the pod, more than me telling that I'll give them a platform, I'm like, okay, if I create this channel, I'm gonna go at my own pace. I'm gonna do it myself. Hopefully I make money. Who doesn't want to make money? If I can make money doing something like fun, I would do it. But my sole reason was not that. It's like 10-15 years from now, if I look back, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I've learned different, like I have a dentist on my episode, I have a CEO of fertilizer industry on my episode, and their journey to where they got to what they are right now, right? So I just thought that would be a good thing and a cool thing to, you know, do. And that's how I started my podcast. And my first episode was with my very good friend. Now he writes with me, Aditya. Him and I just called him up. I'm like, yo, I have this idea, do you want to just do the first podcast? Let's just wing it. He's like, what do you want to talk about? And him and I always talk about IQ and EQ between male and female. No. So he was like, okay, let's just do it. And then I called him up and I set the video up, and he's like, yo, my girlfriend also wants to be in this. Do you mind? I'm like, no, it's cool. Let's just do it. And that's how the whole journey started 2 years ago.
That's amazing.
So YouTube, and you're also, I won't say pretty big, very big on Instagram too. So do you have any tips for someone who wants to create content on Instagram and go big in Instagram?
Well, I would say that they have to just be consistent with what they're doing, and they should know their audience, because each people have different set of audience and what they like, what they do not like, or basically it's all about what you feel like doing as your content. Some people like art, maybe they could paint and explore in their art journey, or some like music, they could just sing. It all depends on what your heart feels like and what you want to show to the audience. So one thing, you should love what you do. That's the first thing that you should know about it. And second, you should just be consistent. So if you're like posting something, just post it every day, or if you're posting it twice a day, just do that, but just be consistent with what you're doing. Just don't be like you're posting something today and then you do it once in a month or 2 months, once in 2 months, and just go away somewhere and then come back and then expect why isn't it working? Why is it not working? If you do that, it's never gonna work. So all you have to do is love what you do and be consistent, and you never know. Sometimes your content is just gonna blow up. You wouldn't even know, like, hey, how did it go? That's how you're gonna think, because you wouldn't even expect it to go big. So sometimes it's just gonna go, and sometimes if you put in a lot of hard work, at first it may not show any results, but just don't give up. Just keep doing what you want to do, but don't do it because you want to get views or because you want to get followers. Don't do it because for that sole reason. Just do it because you are sharing something that you love to an audience. Maybe at first it wouldn't reach to a lot of people, but eventually it's gonna go well.
And also, I'm not very active on social media. I don't like social media personally. Nothing against people who like it. It's just my thing. So I've heard or I've seen like very rude or strange or very bizarre comments coming on, like, on your post. I mean, for you, you've grown, you've gone through that phase. For someone who starts in the beginning, those might be a very demotivating factor. So how do you try to overcome that and still keep going with consistency of like believing in yourself and posting what you want to post?
Oh yeah, this is a very nice question, and I feel that everybody nowadays. A lot of them, I mean, anybody, they at least they get few negative comments in their posts. So initially, I used to feel that it's only people who are known or a bit well known, they are getting the negative comments. But nowadays, it's not like that. You see, any post, anything random, somebody is gonna say something negative. So I just feel that people will have an opinion. It's just left to you whether you need to like listen to it and let it bother you. Sometimes even if it's the best of your best work, there's going to be somebody who's just not going to like it, and I just feel it's just someone who has nothing else to do and is insecure about themselves. Only people who are like that, those are the ones who are commenting, and it shouldn't really matter you, because you're doing something you love and you shouldn't even be caring about what people think. But it's definitely gonna affect a lot of people. I personally know where it's affected a lot of my friends when somebody has commented stuff on their posts and it's really bad, and I feel nobody should go through that. But hey, if you're doing that, they're just very mean and cruel people, and again, like I said, they're just very insecure about themselves and you shouldn't care about them.
I'm gonna get a little more personal here. Like, when I say personal, nothing on your personal life, but people try to attack people personally. And how do you handle that? That's, I think, more than a random comment. It's like they try to go figure out, okay, what else if for me, okay, he's a VPA somewhere, like they're gonna go and they're gonna attack me personally, saying, who is this guy, what is doing this? So how do you tackle that situation if someone is attacking your personal life or your personal profession, saying, then use that for commenting?
Well, to be very honest, I don't look into my comments. I think it's just not giving. I don't want to give all my energy to read comments which are like really negative, because I know that that's not gonna improve my life in any way. I'm open to all feedbacks. So if I see some comment which is genuinely nice and it's like very constructive, maybe I would say, maybe like, if I'm doing something and if I see a comment which makes sense and I feel that, okay, I need to apply this, I would genuinely take it. I would like feedbacks. But if someone, like you said, if they're just attacking me based on my personal decisions, I would say, like, why would it bother them about? How would it matter? Like, my personal decision shouldn't matter to anybody else apart from me or my very close family. That's it. I should only bother about what my family is thinking or what my friends probably feel about that. That's it. I don't think it should matter anybody else. So I generally don't go to read that, but even if I do come across something like that, I just laugh it out, because for me it's like really funny. Like somebody else, a stranger, has the time to go through my personal life. So I just feel like they have a lot of time which I don't have. So I'm really busy in my life. So I'm just so happy that God's keeping me busy, and I'm just really happy about that. But I really pray for them. I hope they find a job or something to keep them busy as well, and so that they're not worrying about other people and they're just busy. I just pray for them.
Interesting. So Nivi, if I may ask, what is happiness to you?
Oh, it's a nice question, but happiness to me is a lot of things. I just feel sometimes I get happy with very little things. Sometimes just by looking at the clouds, I'm like, oh wow, the clouds are really nice today. I know it makes no sense to other people, because sometimes when I'm just like super happy looking at the sky or something, they're just like wondering, why are you happy about this? That's what I've heard. So happiness is like so many things. I'm happy throughout the day for the most bizarre things, I would say. I would look at, so for example, Christmas is happening, right? I see the Christmas trees or Christmas lights. I'm just like super happy looking at the decors, or if I'm eating good food, if the food is tasty, that makes me happy. When I spend good time with my friends, that makes me happy. Or doing this podcast right now, that's making me happy, because I'm getting to share so many things. So it's like little moments or so many moments. I don't have a definition for happiness, but a lot of things make me happy. But if I have to ask you the same question, what makes you happy, or what's happiness according to you?
For me, happiness is, that's a deep question. At this point, I see my happiness goalpost keeps moving. At a point, it was, getting a job in US, or then growing in the company and stuff. But I feel like now, if I have to really hone in on happiness, I feel progress. And when I say progress, like what I do is, again, I read a lot. So in one of the books, I've read this and I've inculcated in my life. So every person will have certain pillars in life, right? So I'll tell mine. So mine is professional, my job. My personal growth is, when I say personal growth, as a person, what am I doing in terms of like reading something new or reading some new technology. Then I have relationship. In relationship also, there's few factors of relationship. My friendship, relationship with my parents, and so these are the few pillars. And in this, it's like an accounting thing where I do debit and credit. So am I in debit or am I in credit? And then every week I go back and see, am I growing? Like if it's a debit, what are the actions that I've taken? Not just words, but what are the actions that I've taken for debit? So when you ask what is my happiness, if all of this are in debit and I'm not having anything credit, when I look back at it, I feel that is happiness for me. So I take it week by week to be happy.
Okay, this is very interesting, but it seems a bit far-fetched. So it's almost like you have to wait for a week for your results to come back to be happy. It sounds like it.
It's definitely true what you're saying. Like I have to go back a week, but after doing it for a month, you know that okay, I'm in the process of progress. That's why, like when I think about happiness, for me, happiness is progress, and in every single sector. Like as far as when I know, okay, the first week, yeah, you'll be unhappy. Unfortunately, you'll be unhappy for the first week because you don't know what you're doing. But at least you'll be knowing that you're trying to be sensible and you're trying to make decisions very sensibly as to like, hey, wait, like I'm working a lot. Is my personal health, is my exercise routine, is everything right? That makes me go back. And what I do is I don't write it at the end of the week. I write it every day. So when I look back at it, it helps me look at it. And there are certain times in my job where I've not made any progress, and that puts me at a back foot. And also that helps me it might make me unhappy for a bit, but also my next plan is to take the actions on it. If I'm unhappy with my job, what else can I do? Can I change a job, or can I start any new process in the job, or can I take up new challenges? So these are the things that I do. I mean, I know it's a very, what do you say, like a, I don't know, a proper answer for happiness, but at this point of my life, this is my happiness, and my goalposts keep moving. And if I may, like, for me, the future happiness would be to have a family, kids, and yeah, that would be my future happiness. And then the happiness is going to change, right?
Probably. But what you do say makes sense a lot, because a lot of them, they wouldn't know that what's bothering them. They actually wouldn't know. So if I'm bothered or if I'm stressed, I take a minute to think about what's actually stressing me out. So the other day I was like really stressed, and I didn't know why I was stressed until I sat down for a minute or two, and then I realized, okay, this so and so is stressing me out. So but with you, because you're making a note of it every day about your progress and everything, so you know what's actually where you're going wrong and what you have to do what you have to do right. So yeah, so you are actually taking this, you are in the right direction, but I'm like, oh, like here and there.
No,
But I don't think I can still do what you can do. It's very difficult.
I think
for me.
it's just like, again, I'm not saying I'm the happiness expert here, right? I also like go through phases of unhappiness and sadness, and especially living in US, because sometimes it gets very lonely. Like when I say lonely, super lonely, right? But also what I say is like, how do I say, how do I put this across in the most proper way? I'm trying to think. So the thing is, even I'm scrambling everywhere, right? But the point is, every time when you scramble, I personally feel time is of essence for me. For me, everything, I don't think in terms of money. This is my biggest thing that I tell my friends as well. Don't think in terms of money, think in terms of time, right? How much time am I investing to something? And this is something that you won't get back. Everybody has limited time. So if everybody is given a limited amount of time, how do I want to invest it? And every single time when I'm stressed or when I'm doing same thing, like how many times could I be even stressed? There needs to be an action to be taken. So I think that factor of gauging everything with time is, for example, if something breaks down, right? I think how much time would I require to fix it? Is it like half an hour, or 45 minutes? Can I just go to Amazon and order it for $20? And can I do something productive for an hour? Like at least read a book for an hour? That's good. That's fine. So some people may think fixing is happiness for them. It is. For me, it's not. So that's how I see things, and that's how I came up with the strategy of going back and saying, time is limited, so let me make the best use of it.
It seems exciting and interesting.
Yeah. I don't know how interesting or exciting it is.
It is. Not a lot of people can, at least as far as I know, I don't think a lot of people can actually look back and self-reflect on what they're doing, about their progress on various things, not just one, but various different things. It's very difficult to do that, and I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. Even if I wanted to, maybe I could try for a bit. And I think it's not something you can just do it at once.
Yeah.
You need to like train yourself for it, or maybe this week, if I think of doing it, maybe it would be difficult for me to do it for a week or two, but eventually as I get used to it, it would probably be easy. And maybe I should try this technique and see where I am in my life. But I hope it's not too depressing for me if something is happening bad or negative.
But that's the best part of the art, isn't it? Like when you know that it's something not going good, like either you run away from it or take actions from it. And we're human beings, and we're given brains to take actions on it.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I feel like we all have to like sit through and face your darkest fears and things that sometimes, yeah, when you look at few things, even I've done crazy mistakes, and when you look at it, I'm like, what did I actually do this? Did I make this decision? But yeah, it makes you take accountability, and next time I've had failed relationships, so when I look at it, I'm like, I go back and reflect at it, right? So when you reflect at it, the biggest thing that you get is, yeah, like pretty dark, deep stuff that you're afraid of yourself to come across, but there's nobody around you. Like it's just you, and you can be honest to yourself.
That's true. That's very true.
I got pretty deep. Anyways, going back to you, the podcast is about you. I don't know why I'm talking more than you.
I just feel that it's like a conversation that we are having. I'm getting to learn a lot from what you're saying. So I'm actually enjoying this though.
Thank you. So you have gone through, talking about just happiness and all these things, you have gone through dark phase in your life. And how did you have the courage? Who are your support system, and how did you come across that? I'm not much aware of everything. I don't watch news and not much into social media, but based on a few conversations that we have had, it was pretty rough. So for someone who would go through something like that, what is your inputs, or what is your tips for them?
If when you ask me about your support system, I would say definitely my family and friends. I have like amazing family and amazing friends who were able to lift me up. So I think anybody who's going through anything, they should just have very supportive family and good friends. Maybe not, even if it's not a lot of them, even one or two should be fine for them to like just get back on their feet and look and be happy again. And that's one thing which I had, and I'm very lucky to have them. And second, I'm personally somebody, I don't know if growing up, if my family helped me into this or the friends I had played a huge difference, but I'm somebody who doesn't like to be sad. I don't believe in being negative and just whining and be like, oh, so and so happened in my life, I don't know what to do, this happened. I don't want to keep blaming somebody or something for something that's happening in my life. I just want to take accountability for what's happening, and I just want to be like happy. Okay, so and so happened. What can you do about it? You can either sit and cry, or you can just get up and move on and do something much better and amazing in life. And I'm somebody who chooses the second thing. So I think that the mindset that I had helped me a lot in just getting back on my 2 feet, and probably even that helped my family as well. If not, even that would have like been very bad for them as well. So I think that's one thing. The mindset that I had kind of helped me out to come out of the dark phase or the struggle that I was going through. It just took it's not that as easy as I'm making it sound like. It definitely wasn't easy, but I would say it wasn't that difficult also for me to just get back on my feet.
Got it.
Yeah.
So support system is definitely important. I mean, like I said, the whole podcast is about the support system that I got here. For me in US, it was definitely in the initial stage of my life, Praveen, then Tamara, and then Dominic, Andrew Moresi. Like these were the huge support system for me. Going through what you went through, do you believe in love?
Of course I do. I believe in love. I think if I say this, a lot of people are going to be like, see, it's so weird, but they're going to be like, they might even say you don't deserve to be in love.
Really?
Yeah, some of
people are that harsh.
I think so, yeah. Some of the way they have been mean and stuff, I feel they do say it. But I think it's none of their business. They don't get to decide whether I deserve it or not, because they don't know what I went through or anything. So I believe in love. I think it's the most beautiful thing anybody could ever have. Maybe the love you experience may not be that great, but I'm pretty sure that someday you're gonna get the love that you deserve. Everybody is gonna get the love that they deserve. So I believe in love. I think it's the most beautiful thing anybody can ever get or feel. So everyone deserves to be loved. So this is my take on love. But what about you?
Before I answer, what is love for you? What is
love for me? See, it may sound, I don't know how it's gonna sound. Okay, so love for me is like something. It's like, okay, so when you are in love, everything around you should either go in slow mo, or it should Pause. So that's the feeling that I get when I'm in love. So I feel that's love according to me. And it's just that the little butterflies you get, or the excitement that you get when you see the person, and it's just little things, love can be found in so many ways. I don't know how to explain it. I know that I feel love. I feel it, but I don't know how to explain it. So now, for example, I am thinking, when you ask about love, the first thing that goes into my head is relationships. Okay, love can be in all sorts of forms. It can be through family, it can be friendship.
I'm talking straight up relationship. That's why I was going through what you went through.
Yeah, that's exactly. So, but for me, when it comes to love, that's what I was saying. It just comes up straight up relationships and stuff, and it's just that when you have, okay, let's say you go on a date night, okay, if you're smiling throughout the day, that's love according to me. Okay, or if you're wearing something really nice, or because like they say, I've heard you say this, men like to lie. No, women wear makeup because men like what they see, and men lie because women like what they hear. It's the saying, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you wear something beautiful, you would want your guy to appreciate you.
Okay.
At least say, okay, you look beautiful. You just like, see, that's the slow-mo moment for me. So that's love. So when you just compliment each other, or just have a nice time, nice evening, do something interesting, be happy every day. You ask me what's happiness. Just being happy with each other every day. By being with each other. If you can be around each other, and if you're happy with each other, that's love.
Love.
Yeah.
Nice.
I took a long road to say this, but
get it. Here's what is love for me. Like, I don't know why I sound like a very bookish philosopher, but I genuinely from childhood I've always been into figuring out patterns. I feel that's the shortest way that you can get to the optimal position or optimal end destination. So I've always believed in patterns. When I say patterns, like this set of things that you can move through to figure out the best way possible. So for me, relationship comes with these 3 points. The first point is you have to have the same moral compass, or same belief system, the base belief. I'm not talking about religion, caste, creed. I'm not telling that you have to be from the same religion, same caste, or anything like that. No, your base moral compass should be same. When I say you have to believe in the same thing, you have to, because that affects your kids, and then how you grow them up. And also I believe the way you bring up your kids. Do you want a kid? You don't want kids? Those are the basic moral compass. Because if not, in the beginning it might sound good, but in the longer run it's always going to be an issue. So that's the first base. The second base that I feel is the 5 love languages. I don't know if I've told you, the 5 love languages are acts of service, gifts, physical touch, quality time, and I'm blank on the other one. So there's 5 love languages. In this 5, there's also a way where you can show love to someone and you can receive love from someone, right? So for example, hypothetically, if my way of showing love is through actions or gifts, right? But my way of receiving love is more through physical touch or quality time. So it's 2 different things. So as long as I understand what is the other person's love language that they show love through, and if I train myself most of the time, at least, to understand, okay, this is how they're showing love. And when I say love language, it's not big things, as small as I met someone in the airport, for her name, Stacy or someone. So she was married. She was a big venture capitalist, and she mentioned, we were talking about this, we went pretty deep in a couple hours. So she was talking about my husband. The way he shows love is taking out the trash. he knows that I hate taking out the trash. So that's the way, like, no matter how tired he is, no matter where he is, even if he goes on a trip and he comes back, he makes sure the trash is cleared. Something like that, where your wife doesn't like doing it, you do it. So that's the action, right? So as long as you understand the other person is showing love this way and you feel love that way, so that'll take care of it. Because we always see, oh, why is that person not showing love the way I want to? Maybe the other person cannot always show up the way you want to because they have their own life that they're leading, right? So this is second part. And the third part to it is, I'll piggyback on what you said, having fun, like enjoying each other's company. Like, you want to come back home and say, oh man, I got to tell this to my wife, like we're going to have a healthy laughter. Oh man, I wanted her to experience this. So if you can hit these 3 points, like, I feel like you'll have a good relationship, a long lasting relationship, and a beautiful, memory that you can look back at. I know it's a long answer, but that's my thing for
No,
love.
but you explained it so perfectly. Like, I have like these all. I have this very weird concept about love, but that's how I feel it. But I genuinely feel it that way. Like, when I feel I'm in love or something, it's like that. Like, I feel like I'm in a movie. So that's how I want my love life to be. Like, I'm in a movie or it's a movie. I want that experience. But the way you explained it, it's like super perfect. Especially the last part where you said, I want to come and tell my partner that so and so thing happened, and I want them to experience it. I want that kind of relationship too, where I think, okay, I'm gonna say this, no matter say this, and I can't wait to tell this. And sometimes, even if it's something where my partner wouldn't like it, I would still want to say what I went through or what I experienced, just so that they're in loop of what's happening. Right? So I don't want to be like, I mean, sometimes, they say white lies are okay, but I don't believe in white lies at all. I just want it to be like as transparent as possible. It's gonna be like, you may have a fight or something, but I even enjoy the fight. So
Yeah.
yeah.
There's ups and downs. And also, like, when you talk about love, my favorite thing is Simon Sinek. He talks, there's a video that's called about millennials or something, and he talks about love. Like, it's my favorite video. He talks about how love is about consistency. Like, it's not about, I'm gonna quote him, and I might even butcher him. It's not about buying flowers on Valentine's and singing happy birthday on your spouse's birthday. So it's more of the consistent act of coming back home, spending time, and when your partner is having a bad day, just sitting and listening to her, and not saying, wait, I'll tell you how good my day was or something. Or when you go to get a drink for yourself without even asking or without even her telling, like, you just get a drink for her. It's more of these consistent things where the girl or a guy is going to get up and say, wow, I just love this person. It's not one act, it's this series of actions. So I believe in that too. I think my 3 points were inspiration of what he said, and then I built up on my experiences and what I see around me.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. It's all about consistency and stuff. So yeah, it's not about, like you said, it's not about doing something on a particular day.
Right?
It's about just understanding what your partner needs and what they like, and just doing it.
True.
I think, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like the 5 love languages you said, each person has different love language. And if you can just understand what the other person likes, it's just going to be smooth. But that's the difficult part.
Yeah, like, I
Yeah.
mean, nothing is easy in life. Come
Nothing
on,
is
nothing is
easy.
easy. If you, this is what I think about. This is what I say to myself. I'm involved in multiple projects. I've spoken about few projects that I'm involved in, right? With my full-time job, like, I'm involved in few projects. If I want a mediocre, nothing against people, like, nothing, I won't say people, nothing against mediocre stuff, but if I want a mediocre, like, it's easy, work 9 to 5, just chill, watch Netflix, go to gym for half an hour and come back. And that's fine too. But when you say, like, it's easy to, it's not, it's difficult, it takes a little bit of work. Nothing comes easy in life, everything you have to work for it.
See, but I have a different take on this, okay? Like you said, nothing is easy, okay? Everything requires work,
Work.
right? But it's not about how much time you're spending with the person. Okay, so you have 24 hours, and it's not like you have to spend 24 hours. Even if you spend 24 hours of like where you're not concentrating with your partner or something, it's really bad. Or even if you're spending like 30 minutes and you give this undivided attention, it's good to
It's
go.
quality or quantity.
Yeah.
So I have this one question. This is a very, I've always sometimes got into, I wouldn't say arguments, just like, discussions about this. Do you think the long lasting relationship is two people who are very similar who fall in love, or two people who are different fall in love? Because I've heard two people who are similar fall in love are boring, people who are different are exciting, they make me do stuff. So what is your take on it?
See, honestly, I also felt the same thing, that if two people are similar, it's gonna be boring. It's not gonna be interesting at all. It's the polar
Opposites attract each other.
opposites that attract each other. And I would say initially it's gonna be like that way. Okay, you're gonna be like, oh, this is something different. I get to try this. This person is different. You're so different, and it's all gonna be fun and everything. But over a period of time, when all your honeymoon phase is over, you're gonna be like, oh, that do I have to do this? Let's say, for example, somebody is a night owl and someone's an early bird. Like, oh no, do I have to like really stay up the night, or do I have to like really get up early in the morning? So what you would enjoy initially wouldn't be the same anymore. But I would say with someone who has similar interests, see, I don't think it's gonna be boring at all. I like initially maybe it's still gonna be a surprise. Like, oh, you like you like this? Even I like this. Maybe we should try this. And then you're just gonna try it and gonna enjoy it. And I think the activities that you're probably gonna do is gonna be more fun because you both are gonna be enjoying it. So I think it's a myth, because people who find the opposites, they just want to say that, hey, we are opposites and we are really enjoying it. Maybe it's different for different people. Sometimes maybe some people like different characteristics that they find with each other. Some may just enjoy the similar things. So it again probably differs from person to person, but I think similar interests is going to be much more cooler.
True.
What about you? Do you like opposite or
No,
similar?
I agree with you in terms of like similar is long lasting.
Similar is definitely long
And
lasting.
I'm 90% sure, maybe 10%, 5% I'll give margin of error, but 90% sure. I'll tell you why. Exactly what you said, right? In a long run, like you gave a night owl and early bird. Like for example, say couple, like the guy wants to go out and party with the girl wants to stay inside. Every time when they're doing each other, they're so unhappy. In the beginning, it's going to be fine, but later it's going to be unhappy. Versus if both have the similar thing, both are having fun, right? And I'll tell you where the other side becomes exciting, or why people choose the otherwise too. So I think here's the thing. You and I feel we like to challenge ourselves. When I say we like to challenge ourselves, we like to go and try new things. We like to go and try new stuff. We don't want someone pushing us. But some people like in that secured zone who knows that there is a person who loves me and they're pushing me to try something. I need that push. That's when they feel like a different person is going to work out for me.
Could be.
Right? So this is just again my observation or my thing that I've just read through and tried to understand. So I feel like that's where like a different person, like someone, I personally, for example, I don't like going out and my future wife likes going out. But in my head, I'm always secretly thinking, it would be nice, but I'm very shy. Like, I don't want to be, I don't know what it is, but I want to go. There's no push for me. But now I have this person who's trying to make me go there and do it and make me try it. But the caveat is, would I like it or wouldn't I like it? That's the biggest thing, right?
See, if you're somebody who wants to go out, but if you're shy, then if you have a push, that's gonna work out.
Exactly.
But if you don't like it, and if the other person wants you to try it, then you wouldn't like it.
If you've really figured out that this is what I am and this is where I am, I'm not ready for challenges, please don't select. I mean, I'm nobody and I'm not a relationship expert, but please don't choose.
I think so too.
Because it's going to be like very difficult. I also feel like when you do that, people do that, there's gonna be a huge like barrier between two people. Like it'll be like, it's not that, it's like, I feel like, yeah, it's gonna be more like, yeah, he does his stuff, I'll do my stuff. And I don't know, I don't want to take out names or anything, because I did have a conversation on a flight ride with someone, and that person, I love talk to all, like, people, and I learn a lot. So in my flight ride, that person said that her husband is a lot into sports and she is a lot into reading, and they don't have like a common ground for them to talk anything about. So when they sit, they're usually silent. And she's like, yeah, it's fine, like, we've done it. And then I'm like, I was pretty straightforward, and I asked, like, so do you still love him? Like, why are you with him? She's like, no, I do like him. So at that point, it becomes more like I like him as a person. She's like, I like my husband as a person because he's a very stand-up man. He never hurts anyone. He's like, if he says something, even if it's the hardest thing, he's going to go and do it. So I can trust my life with him. So it comes on that factor and less on the heartful factor. It's like mind over heart, heart over mind kind of situation.
But then again, maybe she is, even though they don't have something in common to spend their time with or something, but maybe that's the person she fell in love with, his qualities.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel that there are so many different aspects. One, if you're, let's say, I'm just going to like pick out 2-3 qualities, not everything. Okay, let's say you're a nice person and you like to play sports. Okay, I'm a nice person and I like to read. Okay, just taking them as an example. I would still find it's okay to be with each other because you both are nice.
Nice.
Nice in the sense, nice has so many qualities, like whether you're loyal to each other.
That's first part of it.
Like each other irrespective of your differences. Right. You know how to give each other that space to enjoy what you're doing. Okay, now let's say you like to see watch sports and you like to read. You're somebody who goes around cheating and you're nice, or it can be the other way around. Then it's not going to be a nice nice band, like nice couple at all. They're not going to be nice. They're not going to have a great partnership.
Talk about relationship. I also feel like security and trust is pretty important. Like knowing that this person, no matter what, is going to have my back and is going to have my best interest. Right? I feel that's where like everything shakes out.
You're very right. So if we have to like think about the point where the similar interests or the polar opposites, I feel that if you're actually nice to each other and you compliment each other in a very nice way according to how you treat each other. Treating each other is different from what you enjoy doing with each other. So if you treat each other in a very nice way, I think everything else comes otherwise, whether you have similar interests or not. For example, the trash can incident that you gave, the trash can example.
Which one?
Where the husband throws the
Okay.
trash. So let's say that's a very nice thing to do actually. So if someone, such things, they take precedent over anything else about your other interests. Maybe if that guy likes golfing and if the wife doesn't like it at all, she wouldn't mind him going to the golf if he is really good at taking care of the house or something. Yeah. So you need to be good at so many other different things as well. It's just not about interest, but it's just about how you treat your partner.
Yeah, the big example that you have also met them, Vignesh and Dhanashree. How Vignesh doesn't want to go out at all, not talk to anyone.
Yeah.
But cricket, he'll be there at 7 a.m. at the cricket ground, and Dhanashree comes to support. Like I feel like that's very, very cute.
Exactly.
Very cute.
Now that you mention it, I feel that they're really opposite. Okay, I don't know if we should be talking about them, but I feel that they're really opposite. Dhanashree, she's like an extrovert, and I think Vignesh is very introvert.
Super introvert.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't talk to anybody. Okay, so he's an introvert, and she loves talking and talking. She can even talk to a stranger. I'm sure about that. she can be friends with anybody.
She's amazing.
Yeah,
at
she's
making friends.
amazing. She can be
Good
friends.
conversationalist.
Yeah, she can be, and both of them are good, but it's just that their personality is different. And he likes cricket, and I know, and she likes supporting him. I don't know if she likes the sport, but she probably comes. I mean, she watches all of his matches, so they're like different, but they enjoy each other's company. So that means that it's whether you like the same things or not the same things. It doesn't really matter. It's about how you treat each other.
Yeah, it boils down to that labyrinth at the end of the day, saying, okay, is it different or like people who are similar, but also the biggest thing is how you want to support each other. And
Yeah.
I also feel in relationships, I've coming from my personal experience too, but you shouldn't keep tabs. Like I've heard this somewhere in one of the YouTube videos. In relationship, it's not about keeping tabs. It's about more of acts of service. Like it's not that you're doing this, I have to do this. It's more like I'll do whatever it takes to keep us happy on both the sides. So when it comes to that respect and thing, Dhanashri and Vignesh, amazing example where like Dhanashri always shows up for Vignesh and Vignesh always shows up for Dhanashri as well. He's not very outgoing, but he does stuff like he's more Atlanta for her, like amazing, like both complement each other pretty well. The other example is one of my colleague, Dan. He married his, I think it's high school sweetheart. Dan, you're also a YouTuber. Sorry if I'm saying this wrong, but when I had a man-to-man conversation with him and talking about relationships and everything, he mentioned something very important. He also mentioned what you said. It's about supporting each other, and also he mentioned one more important thing, that is not name calling. He said you should. He said no matter what fight, it's not that we don't fight. No matter what fight we have, we don't put each other down. We don't call names just to make them feel that they're down. So it's very interesting that he said that, and I learned a lot from that 15 minutes conversation that I had with him. And Dan is amazing. Dan, shout out to you. But he's this amazing guy who has, like, his mindset is amazing, and I always enjoy my conversation with Dan. I know I've never met Dan, but
No,
yeah.
I haven't. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
It's interesting, right? How we both started off saying it's different, but at the end of the day, we gave an example of people who are different are still making it work.
See, that's what I said. See, now that I think about it, it doesn't really matter if one person is different from the other. Okay, like I gave an example, right? So it doesn't really matter like what you do or how you are or anything. It's just about understanding each other and what they like
And also efforts.
and efforts.
I think efforts is a big thing.
Yeah.
Efforts is a big thing, and also most underrated thing, I feel. Even the small efforts where a guy could like finish work and be there for his his spouse or something, it makes a huge difference. So efforts, if you, oh, this is one more thing I really love this. So when I spoke about this relationship and parent, like, am I a good son to my parents and I have that debit credit, but also the thing is, when I think about relationship, right, I feel like I don't know why I'm talking so much, but I am. So when I think about relationship, I feel like as people, we always like, oh, I go to job 8 hours a day because I get money, right? We all are incentivized by something. And I'm going to go work out because I want good body, big biceps and good chest when I stand and stuff.
Did you show this because you wanted to show your big biceps?
And what job thing, and for my personal, like say my personal, I love playing cricket, I love traveling, I love like trying new food. So I do all these things, and I do this as a regime, right? I get up at 7 a.m., get to work at 8. I go to gym in the evening, I go for a walk, I go for a run, and every once in a while I travel and I do all these things. Every weekend I play cricket. But in all these things, you see how we forget that if you have a girlfriend or a wife, like where you're not actually taking that step to do that, and you have to prioritize. Just like how you say, if I go to work, I get money. Like you have to be like, I'm not trying to monetize or like physically put any benefit to it, but it's like you have a partner in your life, and you have to put efforts and time into that to make sure that they're happy. I'm sorry if I'm boring you.
No, it's not that you're boring me, but I'm just trying to understand why someone would do that.
Someone would do what?
Like, just not, like how they care for the work.
Oh, you really want to know?
I know, I think I know it.
What is it?
Because they take them for granted because they're not gonna leave.
That is one thing. That's one thing. That's you hit it on the spot. So there's a YouTuber in India. His name is Raj or something. He speaks about the sofa theory. I don't know if I've told you.
I think I know about the sofa theory, but I don't know.
Yeah. So the sofa theory, right? The sofa theory says like you have this fancy sofa in your head, and then you want to save up to buy that, and then once you buy it, the first couple of days or first weeks, like you're like, oh, I love this one. I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna have my friends come over, like have a party and stuff. But after a couple of weeks, just say it's there, and then like you said, the taking for granted thing, right? Like I'm just gonna take it for granted. It's there. I mean, it's mine now. I've acquired it. It's not gonna go anywhere, so I'm just gonna take it for granted. Whenever I feel bored or something, I'll just go sit and watch a movie on it. But it's fine because I've spent so much. So I think that's where the thing lies.
Yeah, and it's also because, see, with your work, if you're not going to work, you're going to get fired.
Exactly.
If with your gymming and stuff, if you're not going to do it, you're going to just
Put on weight.
Yeah, put on weight. You're just not going to be your ideal
Self.
Okay, but with your spouse, it's very, very, very difficult. Like in a very small margin, that the person is going to leave you if you're just not going to be consistent. Most of them are just going to be like put up with it. So that's where people take you for granted. They're going to be like, oh, where is this person going to go? They're going to be with you and stuff. So yeah, just like the sofa theory, I think.
Let me ask you this. When you say people are going to be quiet, I don't think, again, I'm a guy, I'm coming from a guy's perspective. You can give me a female perspective, right? So girls are not going to be quiet. They're going to be, for the lack of better words, nagging and trying to complain. You do this, you do that. So what about that situation? It's not that like a job, yeah, you're going to get fired, but here your spouse is like literally pointing out and doing stuff. So what is your take on that?
Yeah, I feel that the women, they're gonna be nagging and they're gonna whine about it, like you're not treating me right, you're doing this, you're doing that, and the men are gonna be like, yeah, she's nagging, she's whining, and she's doing that, she's doing this. But I do get it, they don't like the nagging and whining stuff. But also, I feel that women, they just want it every day. They don't I don't think they can store love for a long time. They want to feel loved every day. It's just like a reset button. Today you're feeling loved and you're not going to show me love tomorrow. I'm going to feel it. You're going to feel whether your partner is showing you love or not. So it may come across to you as nagging and whining, but I think as a man you should understand, why is she nagging? Okay, maybe I'm not doing my part. Maybe instead of just questioning that, and if you could just, just show up doing something nice to her, she'll stop nagging, right? So I think it's more than nagging and whining. It's just about how different people just show what's happening with them. And yeah, that's that. And most of them, they just stick through it because they love the person. And some of them, even though they don't really understand it, they think that it's nagging or something. Maybe they actually put in some effort at times. Maybe that's why they stick through it. But I feel that in some of the, I don't know, I'm not speaking for anyone, or I don't really know if this happens with everybody, but they just stick with it. Even if whether it's happening or not, they're just gonna complain and stick through it, and the other person also, whoever, they're just gonna like hear the complainings and then stick through with it. But both of them are just not gonna understand where each other is coming from and what they're doing wrong.
Let me ask you this. I know we spoke a lot about love, but we went in a deep.
Yeah, I know.
It's your favorite topic, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, if you have to pick like a husband and wife pair that you have met in real life, who would that be as your, wow, they're really in love?
I think it's definitely going to be my parents because I've seen them watch them growing up, and they're so much in love. They really adore each other. So I think when I think about love, other than something fiction, if someone in real life, it's gonna be them. They're truly in love with each other, the way they adore each other, and the way they're there for each other. It just inspires me on so many levels.
Just your mother and father?
Yeah, and for you?
Ooh. Wow, that's a good question. I'm trying to go through. Vignesh and Dhanashree. Dan, and I don't know his wife's name, Dan. My uncle and aunt, Geeta auntie and Nagaraj uncle. They're very cute. Then I would say Adarsh and Bhagya amongst my cousins. Very understanding couple. Yeah, very happy for them. I know that they're genuinely happy with each other. Yeah, I think the next would be mine for myself. Yeah. So
That's a way to put it.
yeah, I wanna be my own example for myself. Yeah, just it's kind of like a catch-22. You wanna hold yourself for the highest standards. It's also kind of like you have to do things that it's difficult, but it's worth it. That's it. So yeah, it was a fun episode. Thank you so much for taking time and coming on my show. And yeah, I don't have a big audience like you, but I have a small little audience who love listening to me. Most of them, I don't know, most of them are friends and family who support me. And yeah, it's a pretty small, like a what they say, mom and pop shop here, like a hole in the wall place, like that kind of show this is. And thank you so much for coming. Do you have any final words to my viewers?
Well, I really enjoyed talking to you, and thanks for having me. Maybe we could do this some other time again, sometime soon.
I would love to have you
I
again.
really enjoyed sharing my views and listening to yours. It was really fun.
Thank you, and definitely would love to have you again on next topic. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for whoever stuck around this long, and see you in next episode.